So welcome back. Uh, Today we are discussing about the Java FX or the graphical user interface generation in Java. All of you might already know the usage of AWT, swings or applets. Okay, why we have introduced Java FX instead of AWT or applet? That we will be discussing with you. I'll just scan through the things that are going on. Let me begin with the major objectives of this chapter. So this is your first unit of Java. All the previous videos are only introduction to Java, and this is the first unit of advanced Java. So graphical user interface using JavaFX. So the different objectives with which this chapter got introduced. Here, I'll be mainly concentrating on how Java FX is different from Swing and AWT, which you have already used. So Swing and AWT, which you have already used, how Java FX is better. So that we will be discussing today. In the next forthcoming videos, we will have various examples for generating different graphical user interfaces using the various controls and shapes that are available in Java FX. All of you must also know that JavaFX in Eclipse is not embedded in JDK. You have to attach an external library or external jar file, which you have to download it from the downloader and add that external library or the external jar file for including any of the features of JavaFX. So first objective of the chapter is to distinguish between JavaFX, Swing and AWT. Then we will go on with different objectives like create user interface, binding properties to synchronize property values, various styling, rotations, color class, font class. Then we have something called image class. Then I think you might already know grid layout, flow layout. The same things are being called as flow pane, grid pane, and border pane in the JavaFX, which we used to call as grid border flow layouts in AWT. Then we have similar to AWT, HBox and VBox. We also have various text class methods and draw simple draw polygon, line, circle, eclipse, rectangle, etc. All those classes you will come across. So what is the motivation in introducing JavaFX instead of AWT? Till the previous year in advanced Java, we had GUI using AWT and applets, but this is the first time we have introduced this new thing. Very importantly, Java FX is better in object-oriented principle, managing object-oriented principle, rather than the older ones. And almost AWT classes are obsolete in any of the companies that you go for. So that's why we have got into the new technology. So first it presents the basics of Java FX programming, this chapter. Then it also introduces you to the various OOP principles that are being followed by Java FX. So mainly we will be concentrating in this video on the framework of Java FX and also various GUI components that are available in JFX. So I will call now on as JFX instead of JavaFX. So I think this already you know, so I'll not spend much time on this. You have abstract windowing toolkit or AWT and Swing. Out of the two available, Swing still holds good in many of the companies, but AWT is almost obsolete. And in the coming days, I think JavaFX or JFX will be replacing this Swing API also. So let me just go ahead with the introduction of JavaFX. You might think that what is this FX meaning in JavaFX? So FX, according to me, it is not a function. It's not a function. Actually, the Java developers, they have not given the name as an acronym for something, but they treated it as a Java with special effects. So special effects has been treated as FX. Uh, So we call this Java FX with the suffix FX. FX, where FX meaning special effects. And this JFX is mainly used in rich internet applications. Whether you have come across this rich internet applications or not, I literally don't know. But let me give you a brief introduction of rich internet applications. Um, I think in most of the applications or browsing applications that we use in day-to-day life, they all are based on video streaming or audio streaming. So live streaming data, whenever it is available, that kind of live streaming data related applications, we term it as rich internet applications or RIAs. So in supporting this kind of applications, Java FX is having upper bound over any of the other GUI libraries. So Java SE supports JFX for this reason. Then, so I think in the previous discussion, I have already gone in depth like why Java FX is better than Swing and AWT. So this slide explains you why JFX is better than Swing and AWT. The same thing, like it mainly focuses on rich internet applications, and the GUI classes that were used in AWT are almost obsolete. They are not being used in any of the user interfaces that are being used right now, but Swing is still existing. Okay, this is a simple AWT example where there is a creation of two buttons, my button 1, my button 2. You can just see there is a class button. Button 1 is an object of button. Using the new, calling the default constructor of the button class, there is a creation of button. And it is as simple as that. I think these things you have already done. And already you know that AWT extends applet. This is the reason why AWT has become obsolete. And applet, as you know, it doesn't have much features available. So when you look at this class, you have a very simple method where we call it as init method, which does the creation of an object, attaching the label to it, set label. So my button that appears over here, that is given by the function set label. Then we have something called add button. So the function add, what it does is to this applet screen or applet window, the button 1 and button 2 are being added. And just have a look, there is no bounding given here. So you can also set the bounds based on the position of based on where you want to keep the buttons. So the bounds can be mentioned by giving the set bounds. Okay, that I have not used. This is a simple function, simple init function where two buttons are created. And just have a look at this applet code where we have imported this applet code. Here, there is a mentioning of what is the width and height of the window that is getting created. So this part is for mentioning the window. Okay. So we have something called as AWT's GUI. I'm just having a comparison with AWT and the JFX. So I think this you have come across in basic Java. You can just see there is a button, there is a text field, there is a label, there is a choice, and panel, and the frame. So the main motto of using button. Why this button is used? This button is to have in the visual window or abstract windowing toolkit window, on click of that button, something has to happen. So to give that kind of look and feel, button is used. What is the use of a text field? So text field is mainly used for creating an area or the space where one line of text can be written. Only one line of text can be written. Then we have something called label. So what is label in AWT? Label is just like in the previous example you have seen. On the button, there is a mentioning of what you want to print. So say suppose I want to print click on it or click on me. Then the label, set label has to be written as in double quotes, set label of in double quotes, click on me. So label is used for labeling a content, labeling a component. Only for that the label is used. Choice is the next is the choice. Choice is used for giving the choice. Like for example, if you have a drop-down menu, the drop-down menu where multiple choices are there, out of which only one can be chosen, something like that. So for that, the choice is used. Okay, next comes the panel. Panel is a kind of layout. So you want to keep all your components. For example, I want to create a form. I want to create a form, something like this. I want to give enter name, and after the name, you want to give a text field. Then enter password. Then give a text field again. Then a submit button, or I'll call it as OK button. So this you want to create. And when you are laying out all these things, how do you want to lay out? You want to lay out from left to right, top to bottom, or you want to make it centered. So all those things, choice is available in the panel class. So the laying out. So I have something called as flow layout, something called as grid layout, or something called as border layout. When I talk about flow layout, the positioning of the components always takes from left to right. When I take a border layout, it takes all the borders, something like this, top, bottom, left, and the right, leaving the center part as it is. So there are 5 parts in the whole window that is visible. Top, bottom, left, right, and the center. Okay. Then we have something called as grid layout. So grid looks something like this. Say I want to give a 3x3 grid. So the components are placed like this. From here, it goes here. And once the first row completed, it goes from the second row, from left to right, then the third row. This is called as grid layout. So these all options are provided in the panel, and frame is mentioned only basically for providing something called as listeners. Okay. In the next coming video, I'll be talking about these listeners. What are these listeners and how the listeners are attached with these things available. Okay. So these listeners are available as part of frame. Okay. They are attached to this frame. So right now you just think that AWT has these many different options that are available as reusable components. So next, so AWT is huge. It has how many packages? 12 packages. Just have a look at this. But Spring is much bigger than AWT. It provides 18 packages. And they are associated with 2 main packages. One is called java.awt and the other called java.awt.event. This is where the listeners will come. Like for example, a button is there. I have created a button. Just in the previous example, I have created the form and created an OK button. On click of this OK button, something has to happen. That something is given by this event. Java.awt creates only the components. To provide the action on clicking of something, that is given by the event. So that event package is available inside of AWT. So I think you might already know the inheritance of packages or the level of packages or package within the package. This talks about java.awt.event. It talks about event available as part of AWT, which is available as part of Java. So you can just see java.awt. I have just listed down which are the different reusable components that are available as part of which package. So let me take java.awt first. Under this, there are multiple reusable components. What are they? First comes the button, second comes the text field, and the third comes the label. About these 3, I have already come across. Then I have something called frame, panel, dialog, and scroll pane. Like you want to scroll up, scroll down, or you want to scroll left, right. So all those things are available in this format. So dialog does, on click of a button, a pop-up window comes. So I call it as a dialog box. And just now I was talking about layout managers, flow layout, border layout, and grid layout. In the previous slide, I have already mentioned about these three layouts. Flow layout is left to right, border layout, north, east, west, south, something like this, and center. Then grid layout talks about 3x3 matrix, 4x4 matrix, something like this. Then I have second package called java.awt.event. Just have a look at this. This is what I was talking about. Event listener. So there are various event listeners interfaces available. Either I can have action listener, I can talk about mouse listener, I can talk about key listener, I can talk about window listener. How these are different. Action listener, if I do any action on the window currently available, that is carried out by action listener. Mouse press, on keep on mouse press, on scroll down, or on moving up, moving down, something like that. All those mouse events are being handled by mouse listeners. Then on a keystroke. So if I press and hold a key, if I press and leave, what will happen? Then I have a window listener. Window listener, can you, I think you can guess on this. If I click on this cross button, which is given in any window, there are three things available. This is maximize, this is minimize, and there is close window. So these are not working without the listeners. You have to write functions for that. On click of this, the window has to minimize. On click of this, the window has to maximize. On click of this, it has to close. So all those functionalities are written as part of window listener. And similarly, we have something called adapter classes. I think in depth, we will be going ahead in the coming up videos. So this is a simple example I have given where AWT class, class I have written, which basically is on flow layout. So when I say flow layout, it is left to right. When I say flow layout, always the components are laid in the left to right format. And just now we have discussed, there is a label. So label counter is created. Then I have a text field. Just have a look at this. There is a text field. So text field is a constructor. Please note everything that you are creating is a constructor. So construct a text field and make it as read only. So how I can make it? Make it as read only. Then add this counter. The object that gets created is TF count. So text field count that I'm adding. Similarly, label I have added. Then a button. Button I have created. This count, whatever I have given, it will appear on top of the button. Then after that, after you have created that object that you need to add, unless and until you call add on that object, that will never be added to the frame that you have created. What is that frame I'm talking about? This is the overall frame. This is the overall frame. I have marked it. I will be sharing this PPT to you. So you can just go through the things that I have written. It is very clearly mentioned. Okay, then look at this. What is this? On the current object, this is used to tell that on the current instance, you have to perform this. That is the meaning of it. Okay, so there is something called set size. 250 by 100. So width and height it talks about. Then in the main, there is a call for the class, the class that I have created. How do I call? By creating an object of that particular class. So how? Using the constructor, default constructor. And now look at this. I have written for this button, add the action listener on the current object. But that action listener has to have an event associated. And that event associated is this. What is that I'm doing? Set text to the current count, and every time I'm overwriting this plus plus count. So every time what happens? It starts from 0, counter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. And in the second window, I have shown you 110, it has reached. As and when I press on count, the next number gets printed. Press on count, next number gets printed. Okay, this is what is the program. And this AWT program, that I have shown, it showcases on the layout that I have used, usage of label, usage of text field, usage of a button, usage of action listener. Okay, I hope you have understood the things. So next things I'll be discussing in the next video. Thank you all.